My name is Cookie, and you're listening to the Real Talk with Cookie show, where real issues crumble. Hey, you guys, it's Cookie with Real Talk with Cookie, and I am so excited. We are back in the building. We have, listen, we have today with me with my new co-host. Yes, it is official. I've decided to accelerate the process here because we have so much work to do and we got so much to talk about. We need the official team for my show, our show, and so I'm so excited that the new team members are as follows. Are you ready? Drum roll, please. And here we go. We have Sean J. And he is not only my neighbor, which is sometimes too close for comfort, but he is my homeboy and my brother, and he is going to be able to bring some inspirational moments and words of encouragement to all of our listeners at the Real Talk with Cookie show. And Sean, tell the people what's up.
What's going on, y'all? This your boy Sean J here with the one and only Miss Cookie in the building. Love her to life.
You better. And now I have my second co-host because now there was one, there was two, now there's three. We have Tristan in the building.
Hey.
I don't know what Tristan wants to be called, so we just gonna call her Tristan because I like Tristan. It's different.
I like Tristan. I mean, you know, sometimes I'll be girl T when I'm being a little messy. Sorry.
No. Okay. So we have an alter ego. So you've heard it first. It'll either be Tristan or girl T. Which we'll find out which one sticks better. You guys can vote later.
Girl T
okay.
With the T.
Right. So right.
You got it.
So we're so excited. So let's get to what this episode, I know y'all really want to hear about this one today.
What's going on, girl?
Listen, it's about, are you desperate? Now, I've been desperate in my life. Over a lot of things, a lot of good things and sometimes bad things. But today we're going to let our viewers hear and know about how desperation can either take you to a good place or a bad place. So before we go any further, I want every listener to really tune in and think about, what are you desperate for? Okay. And what are you chasing after in your desperation? Again, those are what are you desperate for and what are you chasing after in your desperation? Now, when I think about being desperate, you know, I'm thinking about I really want something bad, okay?
Right.
I mean, I wanted a man before really bad, and sometimes I got it, sometimes I didn't get it. I wanted a power job, a power move.
That's always good.
Yeah, you know, those are some of the good things, you know what I'm saying? And then there's been some times that I've been in a situation where you know, I've just been desperate for stupid stuff, you know, that just didn't add up or being stupid. Can y'all highlight just maybe one or two things, like what you been desperate for?
Listen, I totally regret this, but I've been desperate enough and foolish enough to give up a car that was already paid off to take on a car with payment.
No.
Definitely
desperate.
Like, that's stupid desperate right there.
I wish I was around
levels.
at that time. I would have had to talk you out of that one.
I wish somebody would have.
We would have had to talk you out of that one. Now, I personally have been desperate. Now, I've done the same thing, but it was a little bit different. The car didn't start, but either way.
Okay.
I have.
Hold on. How you gonna be desperate for? You go get a car, and then after you get it started when they previewed it, I'm sure.
Well, I paid for the car over 2 years, and it was mine, but the alternator went out, and instead of just fixing the alternator and paying like maybe $600 one time, I was like, I gotta go somewhere next weekend. What am I gonna do? I don't have $600. I go get a new car with no money down because I got a car. Let's tow it, and that's what happened.
Okay.
So
still, all right. Go ahead. Share your little desperation moment.
I mean, lately I have been desperate for freedom.
And
that's current. That's the most current. I mean, I can only speak on what's going on right now because I think the listeners would care about what's going on right now. And I've been desperate for freedom.
Right. So freedom, we're going to get into Tristan's freedom speech here. I have a dream, which is very important.
On the mountaintop.
Listen, sermon moment here. So, but let me tell you what really pisses me off. When you see somebody desperate and they can't see their way through or can't find their way out, and you want to lend in him, like you want to save the person, you want to help the person, like you said, you would have talked Sean out of getting rid of the car that was paid for,
right.
But really, was it your place? Was it my place? Because maybe he got a lesson to learn.
Maybe they don't want to be saved.
Maybe
that's a song.
That's a song.
Shout out
to whoever made that song.
Yeah.
Right, because nobody can remember who that song, because evidently it's not relevant to nobody in here. So, but I just really feel like sometimes people don't want to be saved, don't want help. Mm-hmm. Now, I've been to the point where I just need another fix. And y'all already know what I mean by that. You're desperate for whatever that is in your life, and you want more of it. And sometimes you just have to go for it, right? Which leads me to a point of the go for it attitude.
Okay.
If you really want to be desperate for something that's positive, you have to have a go for it attitude.
100%.
Absolutely.
You can't be a stale piece of bread.
No.
You know what I'm saying? You can't be that old lump on the log.
No.
You can't be that negative Nancy or Debbie Downer or distrustful or saddened Dan.
Yeah.
No.
And all those people with those names.
Got a lot going on.
He definitely
All those people with those names, we're not saying anything against you, because there could be some Dans and all those people on here listening. But what I'm saying is, in that analogy, in that situation, you have to change your mindset in order to go after those things, right?
Only way to do it.
So that is that. I mean, you're gonna have to get rid of some negative Nance, negative people in your life, right?
Sorry,
Absolutely.
What about your mama? Are you willing to cut your mama off? Oh, why everybody pause?
Wait, because I had to think about that thing for a minute.
I don't know. I talk to my mom 20 times a day. I don't think I could. My mom's not negative, so no. That's my answer.
Okay,
Sean.
so my whole situation on that. First off, my mom has passed away. So, but when it comes down to mother figures or even my grandmother, I won't necessarily cut you off, but if everything that you say to me has a downward look on it, it's just something like, listen now, hold up. Let's pause this right here. Like, I'm going to need for you to turn some of these words around, because you really downplaying what I'm trying to do and what I'm trying to aspire in my life. And I need you to skirt.
So long
rewind.
hand of spoon dealing. Like, you're going to deal with them with a long hand of spoon.
Pretty much. Until we get back on track. Like,
Gotcha.
Right. Well, I'm gonna play that advocate. I'm gonna play the angel's advocate, because I ain't no devil. Okay.
All right.
Amen. Now.
So I would cut my mama off. I know she's gonna listen to this and be like, "Oh, okay, we'll see when you need that $5." But
she don't mean the mama.
But I mean, in general, like, if my mom is not going in the same direction, like, she raised me the right way, and sometimes I know she's looking back like, didn't I tell you that?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't want to hear it at that time. But if she was not going in the same direction as she taught me, I have to give it back to her. Like, Mom, remember when you told me this?
Yeah.
Dad, remember when you told me this?
Right.
Then, okay, I love you,
But
I'm not going to be able to conversate with you. Like, especially if I'm in a place where I'm struggling to be better and to be greater, I'm not going to be able to entertain a lot of negativity and a lot of talk. And
Agreed.
sometimes it's not even intentional. I'm not just talking about moms or people, just people in general.
Yeah.
Sometimes we're in a place of negative. That's the first thing that they speak of. And when you're chasing after something and you want to be like, go hard, I got to make these changes for me.
Right.
Then I have to put you on mute. Okay, so let's say instead of me cutting my mama off because she gonna kick my tail, I would say I'll put her on mute.
Okay.
mute
I put
is
the-
good.
I
Do
put
not
the-
disturb.
Yeah, I put the
well, just for a little bit.
right, just for a little bit, till I can get refocused, because I may not be strong enough to handle the positivity where I'm going and the negativity that could possibly cancel out where I'm going.
Right. That
You
makes
know?
sense.
That
I
makes
mean,
100%
is that better? That's better. That sounds a little bit softer side of,
Well,
Sears
when it comes down
or
to family, I mean, at the end of the day, family gonna be family. We can't necessarily get rid of family. Like,
Yes, you
we
can.
no, you can't get rid of people's bloodline, Tristan.
Yeah,
Yes, you
like,
can.
I mean,
No,
you
you
can
can't.
cut some
I'm kidding,
family
I'm
members
kidding,
out.
I'm kidding.
But
Well,
now, if you looking at the aspect of friends and everything like that, now that's a whole different ball.
Wait, let's
game.
pause here. First of all, there's a couple levels of friends when you're talking about, because some people I'm just not desperate for.
Come on, Cookie.
Okay. First of all, you're an associate.
Okay.
There's
Okay.
levels to it.
Until proven
There's levels.
otherwise.
Then there's a constituent.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
They're very political. There's just, hey, how you doing? I'm in the building, whatever.
Right.
And then there's people that you have a rapport with, unconditional with, a bond with, that there is a brotherhood or sisterhood with, that you can't see, even if you ticked off, pissed off, don't want to talk to them no more, but you can't stop thinking about them.
Right.
That's a friend. That's a friend that exhibits agape love. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And just to let you know, there is 3 levels of love. Okay, there's filthy love that's called eros. There's brotherly love, which most of us operate in. Hey girl, how you do? What's up? That's filial. Yeah. And then you have agape, which is unconditional. Right. Where are you at in your desperation? You need to categorize, okay, is this something that I just want now for this moment? Eros. Is this like the point of my life where I want to be, really connected? What level are you on in your desperation? Because a lot of people just want to be in the same place, and I ain't got time for that. If you're trying to level up, can you stay in the same place?
Well, no, you never can. And the thing about that is that, back to what you said, is that mute the friends. You might sometimes on friend level. Now, family, I'll give you that, Sean. Right. You were right. We can't really change who
have a heart, Tristan.
However,
have a big heart. Turn your cowardly lion heart, whatever it is, whatever from that movie, grow it. No, this is the Grinch. I'm the man. It's the Grinch. Oh, let your heart get bigger. It's got broke. It broke out the wireframe.
I got you.
Right.
But the friends, now I am a firm believer, and we got to chop it. Sometimes you got to issue pink slips. Yeah. Pink slips are required if elevation is what you're requiring. And I use the word elevation is because it's not a lateral move that you're seeking. You're seeking something higher. Right. So moving up, you have to be lifted. And if they can't lift you up, if I say, hey, I want to start a I don't know, a jump care business, the bouncy houses. And the first thing they say is, well, where are you going to find your customers? Well, I didn't ask you that. What I asked you was, what do you think about me starting a jump house business? That's not what I asked you.
Well, really, does their opinion even matter, though? Because the fact of the matter is, I got my own family members ain't never tried not one in there, one cooking, not a morsel or nothing, and then don't want to pay. Wow. So my thing is, if I want to have a storefront, I can't wait on the opinions of my family or my friends to do it. I got to keep on pushing this work. I got to keep on serving these cookies up, because the fact of the matter is, if it's my dream, it's my goal, it's my responsibility.
Right. She's the cookie lady, y'all, in case y'all didn't know.
Absolutely. Delicious cookies.
Just in case
no discounts.
Not that kind of cookie, though, but she is the cookie lady.
Here we go. Yep. Thank you, Tristan, for bringing it into perspective.
There we go. People get it misconstrued.
It's on chastity belt lockdown. Okay. So I really wanted to talk about the negative parts of this, too, because I feel like our world is desperate for so many different things, and sometimes we undercut one another just to get there. Let's say if I know Sean is really good at something, you know what I'm saying? I should celebrate him, not dog him. Absolutely. Go behind his back. Well, he ain't about nothing. Absolutely. He ain't doing nothing. He only doing that to be shown. Like, even with him, like, joining the podcast show, I'm just gonna put it out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people be trying to hit him up, or people up like, oh, okay. No, you can't be down. No, let me just be very clear. We have to be able to connect.
100%.
And now there's always going to be bandwagon followers. There's going to be people who are going to be sincere. There's going to be people who want to be a part of your success. There's some people who just want to sow into your success. Absolutely. There's some people who just want to celebrate you and say, yes, congratulations, go for your dreams. I knew you had it in you. And then there's always the person that says, I could do it better.
Right.
And that type of person, I'll be like, okay, but don't use me as a caveat to get to where you're going. Yeah. You can, if you know it all and you don't need me, then you can do all the research to get there. I'm just saying, what are you desperate for today?
They forget that it's enough money out here for everybody.
That's it's one money tree. Tristan, you didn't hear that? It's only one money tree.
Oh, the only one that grows in the world.
Right. There's only one because that's the mindset of the people. They feel like I have to dog you. And maybe if Larisha did this, that's my government name. Yeah. Maybe if Larisha did it this way, it'll be more successful. Or maybe if Tristan did this, she would be more successful. But really, my success is determined on me.
Correct.
Absolutely. You are the only one that can hold you back from anything that you want to be and anything that you want to do in life. So even going back to looking at the negative aspects, I'm just a person, and Larisha knows me. Anybody that knows me knows I don't do negativity very well. Like, anything on my Facebook page or anything on my Instagram page is something inspirational.
Very true.
You come at me with anything negative, it's an automatic block. I'm cutting you out and off. Like, I don't do that, because at the end of the day, we as a people, I'm not going to try to bring race or gender or, religion into it, but we as a people, we always holding each other back no matter what the situation may be. It's just like, something small negative, something big negative. It's just like, oh, well, you shouldn't have did that. Well, you tell me why necessarily I shouldn't have did what I did.
Understood, but misery loves company. And Absolutely. The thing that you got to realize is that when you're looking and chasing this dream and you're desperate for success, which is what we're talking about, is you're desperate for this success, right? And the negative people are coming. Can you take that negative fuel